Leo, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today I am going to be doing a reading for career. Not necessarily just career, it could also be soul path, you know, it could be creative hobbies, it could be anything that has to do with your soul path, your soul mission, your destiny, what's calling you, what you're thinking about in terms of career, just your work in general. I'm definitely planning on doing a love reading that will be next week, but this week I am doing career for all signs. So you are my second sign that's just the sign. I've only done the elements so far, so I'm really excited. Leo, I definitely felt root chakra energy and throat chakra energy. Maybe needing some work in those areas, possibly. I did do a meditative session on Leo energy, and I also already did a pre-shuffle. I was called to write while I was doing this, just what I felt, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I have some stuff written here. If the cards show it, I'll definitely share it, but first I just want to say that root chakra and throat chakra stuff, definitely the throat chakra for sure, was coming up. Maybe you're not speaking on something that you need to speak on, maybe. Yeah, maybe you have an overactive throat chakra, maybe you're saying too much. But either way, some sort of work with those chakras in general. So today I'm going to start off with an oracle card from the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. Love this deck. I say that every time, but I really do. So I'm just going to shuffle a tiny bit. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you're really looking at your foundations right now. The work that you've, that almost came out, that has led you to where you are right now. The frequency of Merkaba, this is Merkaba. That's what came out. Merkaba. I think it's Merkaba. It's a number 5, so I'm feeling compelled to point that out. It's a 32, which breaks down to 5, which is about change. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging with the totality of our experiences into our present to serve your highest purpose. I love that. So I know this is a career reading, but when I was shuffling, I definitely felt some sort of person from the past that you may have some sort of soul contract with. I was picking up on that, and this saying the Akashic inheritance, that reminded me of it. The Akashic records is like the records of everything, basically. Change. Oh wow. Change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and birth of the new. I love that. So this is a 5, which symbolizes change, and change just came out, so I love that. Lovely. So we have these 2 cards. I'll keep them on top in case we need them. All right, we can put this back. Definitely feeling like you're putting a lot of your energy into other people, I feel. It seems like maybe a lot of people depend on you in your daily life. which is not surprising because you're a Leo and Leos are natural leaders. So I feel like, oh, that's a big pile. I feel like you may be neglecting yourself in some way, whether that be mentally, emotionally, you know, not taking time to yourself. The world. Yeah, so it feels like you've been on a cycle. Like things have been, it feels like things have been the same for a while. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but it feels like you've been on this cycle from the world here. All right. Okay, let's go. Buddies there. Alrighty. Yeah. Feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's the person from the past. So right off the bat, I kind of want another card for this Page of Swords. I feel like there's more information there for this Page of Swords. Oh. King of Swords. Okay, that's a lot of cards. I'm just gonna look at them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this card came out a million times when I was pre-shuffling. This, also the Ten of Cups, but this one specifically came out a lot. And I feel like you're just wanting things to, like, either you're wanting to uphold a reputation or a what's the word for it? Like you're a persona, like you're trying to uphold this Ten of Pentacles energy, or this is what you really are trying to stay focused on. You're trying to keep this Ten of Pentacles energy together. The Ten of Pentacles is basically your typical American dream type thing with like the dog and the kids and the two parents and the, you know, house picket fence, you know, the whole everything. This is like everything. So you're trying to uphold this everything status where it kind of looks like or feels like you have a lot. Like you're trying to make things look like they're better than they are. I feel like maybe you're not. If you don't resonate with this, you don't resonate with this. Definitely don't try to make it fit. If you're not doing this, you're not doing this. But I feel like whoever this reading is actually for, I feel like maybe you're trying to be a little bit of a perfectionist, and maybe you're trying to uphold an image to society or the world or your friends or whatever community you're in, that everything is, you know, hunky-dory. And this energy also came out when I was shuffling, where I feel like you're hoping to reconcile with somebody. You're hoping maybe from the past, and I feel like maybe you're not sure. You want to be this King of Swords, and you want to bring the truth, and you want to, you know, bring your sword of truth, and you want to just, you know, that's the truth and that's it. But it seems like you're kind of in this energy where you're not really sure what truth to say, how to say it. You're not really sure what to do with the sword. You're not really sure. It's like you're kind of naive to the sword. Maybe you're not used to being fully honest with yourself or with another person. I don't really know, but either way, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you want to be this King of Swords, but really you're this Page of Swords right now, and that's not supposed to be an insult or anything bad. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings here, but it's, you know, there's some sort of truth that you've come into, a realization about wanting to maybe reconcile with this person, and you want to be the King of Swords and portray that you're sure of yourself when you say this, but you are more in the energy of a Page of Swords, or maybe you're afraid of looking like a page. You're afraid of looking kind of naive, but you definitely have this Ten of Pentacles on your mind. The Ten of Pentacles is for sure on your mind, and I feel like this Emperor is the person you're looking to reconcile with, or yeah, maybe the Emperor. Maybe this has been your energy, where you have been kind of showing not showing emotion. Maybe you have been giving off more of a stern energy, less approachable, and now you have this sword and you want to be the King of Swords and you want to be sure of yourself and bring your truth, but you're not really sure how to do it. But you're definitely hopeful about this person from the past. Maybe you feel like that's where you can find your Ten of Pentacles, if you're not trying to hold up a persona of perfection in your everyday life. Yeah, you definitely want to bring that passion fast. You're deep down, you want to be passionate with this person. You want to, I love how this literally isn't a career reading. Like, maybe this is an old boss. Maybe you're hoping to reconcile with the old boss. I'm just going with what's automatically like coming out of my mouth here. You know, maybe for your career you want to be the King of Swords and you want to come in there. Maybe it's an old job and maybe you want to go in there and you want to be like, hey, like, here's my truth, here's my sword, here's my power, like, hire me. But you're kind of maybe scared you look like a page, but you really want to be that King of Swords, but you're hopeful about being able to reconcile this. Maybe you think that's going to lead you to your Ten of Pentacles. Maybe this Emperor is that boss that maybe is kind of stern, and you want to go in there passionately. Deep down, you know you want to go in there passionately, and you want to lay everything on the table, and and you know, here I am here to work my power. You're actively thinking about this victory. It seems like your thoughts are positive on it. You're definitely hopeful, and it feels like you're kind of fantasizing about this victory of, you know, bringing in your sword, and now you're doing like a victory lap after, you know, really doing something that you were afraid to do. I want to say too, with this pentacle business, this person could be an earth sign. I was definitely feeling an earth sign energy. I wrote down earth sign, so I don't know if maybe this Emperor is an earth sign. Could be possible, but also this is Aries, so it could also be an Aries, but it is more fire energy, which you're fire, so you're definitely thinking about your passions, though. You're passionate about something, whether this is a person or a job. You're passionate about it, and you're hopeful that you can go back into it, because it feels like something you've already had. It definitely feels like a past job. I feel like it definitely was your source of pentacles in the past. I feel like it was once paying you. You were at this job already, and you're definitely thinking about going back. It looks like right now you're definitely going to be thinking about it though. You're going to be looking at all these wands, and you're going to be contemplating and thinking about all the, maybe you're thinking about all the work you put into the job before. Maybe you're looking back at that. You're kind of like going within, remembering what it was like in that workplace. Or you're looking back on this relationship with this emperor, and you're kind of reflecting on it. I feel like maybe you are subconsciously, you want to go in really quick. I feel like you may be taking your time though. I feel like that's kind of necessary. I feel like that's going to be my advice to whoever this is for, is to definitely take your time, especially going to maybe before you move towards this job or this person from the past that you had in the past. Definitely take some time to ground yourself before doing that, so you can allow yourself this time to reflect on it, so that you can be 100%. You just want to be 100%, because there was a reason why you had left this job in the past, right? There's a reason. Maybe this emperor's too stern. You know, maybe it's a hard boss. You know, definitely take your time in making the decision to go back to that. Especially if you're still in this Page of Swords energy. You know, wanting to be the King of Swords. If you're still in that energy, maybe take some time before you do that. Make sure you're sure of yourself. You're sure of everything. All right. Yeah, so you're definitely going to sit with the decision for a while. Let me look at this one. Yeah, this energy here. So you're going to sit with the decision for a while. You're going to, you know, you're going to juggle both options, you know, to go towards it, to not go towards it. You know, I'm sure not going towards it means going towards something different. You're going to be, you know, juggling to do it or to not do it a little bit. It seems like you're going to be going back and forth in your head, not really set on one position quite yet. But it seems like you right now, like you have a lot of responsibilities. I feel like you have a lot of people that depend on you, and you have a lot of people that kind of need your support maybe, or need your energy in some way. Maybe you're thinking about going to this job just because you have so many people depending on you. Like maybe you have a family that you take care of. Maybe you're the breadwinner. Maybe, you know, you have a large rent that you have to pay on your own. You know, maybe someone a roommate moved out of your house and now you have more rent. You just have a lot. You're thinking about going back to this just because you have a lot on your plate, I feel. I'm not saying it's a good decision or a bad decision. Just make sure you're doing it not just for the money, but also because you know you'd be happy there. Because you don't want to settle, and you don't want to put out into the universe that you believe that this is your only option. Because I feel like you definitely have more options than you think. So maybe doing some grounding work and doing some meditation, and maybe meditating for your root chakra, your throat chakra, maybe that could help you in deciding where to lay your foundations next, you know? Because change is definitely afoot here. You're definitely going to be changing. You're on the road. I don't think you're at that point where things are going to change immediately yet. That's just what I'm picking up. I feel like there's a little bit of grounding you should do before you make any big decisions. But definitely feeling like you're feeling pushed into this decision because you may have a lot of bills, or you may have a lot of responsibilities. Again, people relying on you. Maybe look at your expenses and, you know, look where you can, you know, eliminate unnecessary things that you're paying. Maybe you have subscriptions that, I picked this up, but like maybe you literally have subscriptions to things that you are unaware of, that's like taking money out of your account every week or every month. You know, every week that'd be ridiculous, but every month or something. Like maybe there's something like, maybe one of those like TV subscriptions you don't realize you're still paying for, but you're not using it. Just like maybe there's things that are unnecessary for you to be paying for every month, but like you still are. So maybe you can look at those things to try to, you know, lessen these burdens. Which this is a 10, so you're definitely getting there. Change is definitely heavy here. There's definitely like you're on the verge of something. So you're being warned about some deceptive energies, or you're being warned not to be deceptive yourself. Definitely don't do that just in general, just for your own sake and your own karma. Definitely don't be deceptive. But if you're wary of someone in your environment being deceptive to you, I feel like this is kind of like a little bit of a warning, you know, just be wary. If this emperor in the past was a little deceptive, just a warning to be aware of that. Don't expect it because you don't want to manifest it, but, you know, don't be blind to it. Don't forget that there's a possibility of that. You know what I mean? And let's see here. Wow. So the outcome is beautiful. The outcome is the Empress. Just one moment. So abundance and, you know, fertility, all of that is the outcome here. So definitely, you know, trust the process of it and trust things changing, and don't be afraid to let things change because the outcome is positive here. What's cool is that these two are a divine pair, the Empress and the Emperor. So if this is a divine counterpart, you're going to be coming into your energy, divine feminine energy. So you could be the divine feminine, and that doesn't mean you're female. You could just be, if this emperor is somebody else, and this is romance specifically, if this is romance, and someone from the past that you're trying to look back on a relationship with, the emperor, it would be the divine masculine, and the Empress would be the divine feminine. So if you're the emperor, your outcome is the Empress. In a love situation, if you are around the emperor and you're thinking about the emperor, you are going to come into your divine feminine energy and be a matching counterpart for the emperor. But this, either way, if this isn't love, if this is love, either way, this is a very abundant energy. You're about to come into abundance. It's beautiful. The Empress is a wonderful outcome. Beautiful outcome. So let me just get some advice. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I use it a lot. Let me just like do some general shuffling here. All right, could I have advice for Leos, please? Leos. Based on these cards. Advice, oh, that almost came out. Advice for Leos based on these cards. Oh my goodness. Okay, slow down a little bit there. That is like 10 cards, so I'm gonna put those back. Advice for Leos. Maybe they don't need advice. They're strong on their own. They don't need it. All right. Okay. Advice for Leos. Any other advice? What is this? Oh. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Definitely do some meditating. Some grounding work, go out in nature, you know, Be in the woods, be on the beach, you know, be near a lake, you know, go near water. Just, you know, dance, you know, do whatever, anything, do something to change your energy. Something positive, something that you enjoy. Don't neglect yourself in the situation. Don't, you know, put your energy on the back burner for your responsibilities. Always be putting yourself first. I'm not saying to be selfish, but to an extent we need to have some sort of selfishness for ourselves so that the world can work smoothly. You can't help anybody else if you're not helped first. You need to be there for yourself before anybody else so that you can be there for other people. So definitely do something that's going to, you know, raise your vibration, raise your frequency so that you can come into this abundance. Okay. Oh, so this is the card that almost popped out earlier. So this is the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Wow. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. You know, don't only focus on the bills of life. Obviously, you can't neglect the bills, but you need to take care of your mental health too. You need to allow yourself to enjoy things as well, you know? And this says no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So definitely this is my confirmation to what I said earlier, that you need to take a look at this offer, this job, maybe this relationship. If it is a relationship, you need to take a look at it, and you need to wait. You need to wait to make this decision. I think you need to do more reflecting. You need to reflect on all the swords that have already been put into this in the past. You definitely need to do some reflecting. I highly suggest meditation. Highly suggest. I definitely feel like don't put yourself on the back burner. Definitely pay attention to how often you're doing things that you enjoy and how often you're doing things you don't enjoy, and try to find the balance. Oh, sorry. Try to find the balance in between. Sorry if that alarm was triggering. All right, maybe one more card. Is there one more card for Leo? You know, Leos are so strong, but don't get caught up in needing to be strong all the time. You know, you can ask for help. You don't have to, you know, put all the responsibilities on your back. If there's people that can be carrying their weight a little bit more, ask them to. Do something about it. You know, figure out how to lessen those burdens for yourself. Meditate on it, you know. As soon as you raise your vibration, you know, the answers will come to you. All right, I think that might be it for Leo. Is there any other advice for Leo? Oh, okay. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Yeah. So that kind of speaks for itself. Do some reflecting on what you are clinging on to. Oh, did I even speak about this? The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So I feel like this is like the calling to knowing that things need to be different, because I feel like you can feel this change a little bit, and this is like your confirmation that yes, you're right about feeling this energy, this changing energy, that you're gonna go into something new. And don't take this as you're not going to. Take this as the offers that are coming to you, think about them. Wait, you know, don't just charge right for it, because I know that you're thinking deep down that you want to. This is a really fast night. you're thinking that you want to go towards it really, really fast, but definitely take your time and do the reflecting that you need to. And this is Soul Family calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. I wrote it right here. You don't have to do it all alone. You don't have to do it all alone. Accept help where you can. If people are offering help to you, accept it if you truly need it. You know, don't accept it if you don't need it, but accept it if you need it. You know, it doesn't even have to be help. You know, maybe you need to go out with your friends, you know. It says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. You know, don't allow this to overcome your brain and take over, and don't neglect your own mental self-care. All right, so this was a little bit harsh, I feel. This is a little bit of a harsher energy. Next week I'll be doing love. I really hope that we get some positive energies, maybe some answers to what's happening here. I mean, right now I'm hoping this doesn't resonate with you almost, but almost it's like this person's about to come into some change for the better. The outcome is good. You know, the change is for the better, and change isn't easy. You know, when you're the breadwinner, when you're the one who's, you know, the one who's holding all the wands and you're holding all the burdens, you know, it's not easy to take time for yourself, but definitely, you know, do that. Definitely be conscious about the time that you put into yourself. Don't just give it all away. You know what I mean? You don't have to do it alone. Call in some help, you know. I feel like maybe some people have been offering help lately, and maybe you've been wanting to uphold this like perfect, I got everything under control, like persona. Like, what are you talking about? Everything's good. Like, I'm a Leo, I'm strong, which you totally are, but don't forget that strong people need help too. It does not mean that you're strong, so you have to do everything alone. So either way, that's my tangent. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.